Hello, this is Jonathan Solon, and this is the Soul Train. Over the past several videos, I've done hours and hours of research on my ancestors, tracking them down, looking for historical documents. And today we are going to profile Andrew Shaffer and Martha Maria Stroop. Now, I did not know who these people were before I started this effort. I had no idea we were related. And it's taken a lot of hard work to get to this point. But would you turn down a stroke of good luck? I wouldn't. Hop on board the Soul Train. Okay, so let's start off this profile by placing Andrew and Martha in context. So, Jacob Faust's parents were Jonathan and Nancy, um, and Nancy's parents were Andrew Shaffer and Martha Maria Stroop. And we've learned now that Andrew Shaffer fought in the American Revolutionary War. I'm now going to share with you an amazing document. It is a transcription of a family letter originally written in 1931. The prelude to this family letter is actually a correction, correcting some of the facts, incorrect facts about Andrew Shaffer. And I found this document tied to Andrew Shaffer's profile on Ancestry.com. It comes from the Stroop family archives, as best as I can tell. And it is a recount of how Andrew Shaffer and Martha Stroop met and would be married. If that went by too quickly, you can back up and click pause and read the whole thing. It's a great story, so you have to do it. So found that linked to Andrew Shaffer's profile. Now let's get back to the amazing stroke of good luck to find this next article. So Andrew Shaffer and Martha Stroop get married, and then after the war is over, they head west. And here is a memorial plaque with Andrew Shaffer's name on it erected to recognize people who fought in the Revolutionary War in Highland County, Ohio. The plaque was erected by the Daughters of the American Revolution, the DAR, in June of 1930. Now, 73 years later, in 2003, another newspaper article is put out that is a historical remembrance of the plaque that commemorates Revolutionary War soldiers. In this article, among the dozens of names listed on the plaque, they highlight the life of Andrew Shaffer. Okay, so here is the full article. You're going to need to click pause to read this. With the women standing next to the plaque that they've just erected in 1930, I'm just going to read this one paragraph that I think is most pertinent to our Andrew Shaffer. In 1805, following the death of his father, Andrew freed the slaves that he inherited and, with Martha and the children, together with the Adam Arnold family, set out for the Ohio country. Well, I did do additional research, but couldn't find too many more historical artifacts to add to the story of Andrew Shaffer and Martha Stroop. So we'll close with their stones that have a very interesting handshake insignia on them. Here is an image of Martha's stone, and here is a picture of Andrew's stone with a couple of notes on it. I don't think I'm going to do a video on their parents. So I will note here that according to this data, Andrew Shaffer was the son of Frederick Theobald Shaffer and his wife, Catherine Kissinger. And they, according to a different document, migrated from Germany. So a little bit more information on them, but that's as far as I think I'll take it on this video series. Well, let's see if we can recap this one. Andrew Shaffer, born in Maryland, decides to join the Army in the Revolutionary War. While in search of water one day, he happens upon a country farmhouse where a young lady is on the porch. He comes back, meets an older gentleman, her father, and then they speak in German. He says, "I'll come back when the war is over." Sure enough, he does. They get married. Later, he frees all of his slaves and moves out west to Ohio. They have a long and fruitful life. Then, over 100 years later, in the paper in 2003, he has a full article written about him and his life. Wow. I don't think we can do better than that. But you know what? We're going to try. See you next time on the Soul Train.
State of Arkansas, where my great-grandpa met my great-grandma. They drink apple cider and they get on a jag, and they dance all night to the salty dog rag. They play an old fiddle like you never heard before. They play the only tune that they ever did know. It's a ragtime ditty and the rhythm don't drag. Now here's the way you dance to the salty dog rag.